Welcome to Refresh everyone. Let's get started without wasting any time. First news is about Future Retail Limited. Bank of India has filed a petition to start insolvency proceeding against debt-ridden Future Retail that also runs big bazaar stores at the National Company Law Tribunal. Future Retail Limited has missed the due date for repayment of more than 5,000 crore to lenders on account of ongoing litigation with e-commerce giant Amazon and other related issues. It had also missed an earlier deadline on December 31, 2021 for payment of more than 3,000 crore rupees to banks. The bank had also warned the public agent dealing with assets of Kishore Bayani's led Future Group firm. Next news is about PhonePe. Shortly after the news broke that the Singapore High Court dismissed appeals filed by Apple challenging the acquisition of IndusOS by Flipkart owner PhonePe, all the parties involved have reached an out-of-court agreement to settle the dispute. PhonePe, IndusOS, AGPL and VPF released a joint statement saying that the settlement of the dispute involving VPF shares in IndusOS is a significant step towards a greater outcome for IndusOS and its stakeholders. According to PhonePe, the joining of important forces such as the founders PhonePe, Samsung and Apple will help IndusOS with the next part of its value creation. Indus App Bazaar is pre-installed on all Samsung devices and has also partnered with Indian original equipment manufacturers. Next news is about World Bank. Greening of taxation can reduce current economic problems and alleviate future bottlenecks in South Asia states the latest World Bank report on microeconomic conditions and growth of forecasts of all South Asian economies. The report mentions that challenges are extraordinarily complicated for South Asian policymakers in the backdrop of supply chain distributions due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war. It goes on to add that high oil prices and uncertainty in international oil markets incentivize South Asian nations to accelerate their transitions to a low-carbon development path to boost energy security. Next news is about Zomato. Zomato will temporarily disable restaurants until FSSAI approved third-party inspection is done. It also said restaurants would be disabled from online orders on Zomato in case of serious and repeat offenses. The platform has given every partner time till April 18 before it starts disabling them for providing poor food items. Next news is about Indigo Airline. A passenger's mobile phone caught fire mid-air on Indigo's flight on Thursday, but the cabin crew dosed it with the help of fire extinguisher. There was no injury to any passenger or cabin crew member due to this incident. The aircraft landed safely at the Delhi airport around 12:45 p.m. on Thursday. Next news is about Amazon's CEO. Amazon's CEO Andy Jassy believes in the potential of cryptocurrencies and non-fungible tokens (NFTs). In an interview, Jassy said he does not hold any Bitcoin or NFTs but is quite optimistic about the future of cryptocurrencies and NFTs. He said, "I do believe over time that you will see crypto become bigger. I expect that NFTs will continue to grow very significantly." When Jassy was asked whether Amazon will accept cryptocurrencies as a mode of payments of products on its platform, the CEO affirmed, "We are not probably close to adding crypto as a payment mechanism in our retail businesses." On being asked whether the Amazons might one day sell NFTs, Jassy responded, "I think it's possible down the road on the platform." Next news is about Sri Lanka. The board of directors of stock exchange, along the other stakeholders, had sought a temporary closure of the market of Sri Lanka, the Securities and the Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka said in statement on Saturday. Next news is about specialty chemicals. Specialty chemical companies are expected to report strong growth in revenues in the quarter ended March, aided by better realization and firm volumes. The sector continued to see strong demand during the quarter as the global economy recovered from the impact of persistent lockdowns, even though the spread of the Omicron variant of COVID-19 early in the quarter raised some concerns. While input prices for specialty chemical companies jumped in the quarter due to higher global crude oil prices, analysts suggested that most companies were able to pass on higher costs to customers given their dominant market position in certain products. Next news is about Amc App. The few months after AMC theaters started accepting crypto payments, you can use its app to buy movie tickets using Dogecoin, Shiba Inu tokens and other virtual currencies. CEO Adam Aron said the app is using BitPay to process cryptocurrencies payments, which are only accepted in the US for now. You can also buy tickets with the Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal and old-fashioned thing called credit cards. Next news is about again Future Retail. The standoff between e-commerce giant Amazon and Future Retail Limited refuses to abate. In escalation of hostilities, Future Retail Limited on Friday said that the meeting of its shareholders scheduled next week is compliant with directives issued by National Company Law Tribunal. In a regulatory filing, Future Retail Limited said the said order has been issued by the NCLT after considering all the facts and information submitted by the parties and specific objections filed by Amazon Investment Holdings LLC while an intervening application and the order date 15 February 2022 issued by Supreme Court on the same subject matter. The escalation comes a month after the NCLT gave its nod to the Future Group to convene the meeting of its shareholders for seeking approval for the mega deal with Reliance Industries Limited. Next news is about TSMC. Major chip producer TSMC seems to be on target to start production of its 3nm chips later this year, which is good news for Apple's next generation processor. A new report states that the company is set to manufacture 30,000 to 35,000 wafers using the 3nm process technology. iPad are expected to be the first Apple product outfitted with the chips. Next news is about Uniphore. Conversational automation unicorn Uniphore has acquired Collabo, an AI-powered knowledge automation solution provider. Uniphore said that the integration of Collabo solutions on the Uniphore platform will help enterprises to leverage AI to extract knowledges, entities and graph from structured and unstructured data. Consequently, intelligent virtual assistant and live agent will be able to conduct better customer interaction with the most relevant content. Next news is about China's central bank. China's central bank kept the interest rates unchanged on Friday as it rolled over maturing medium-term policy loans, matching market expectations despite Beijing calling for more monetary stimulus to cushion an economic slowdown. The People's Bank of China said it was keeping the rate on 150 billion yuan, $23.52 billion worth of one-year medium-term lending facility MLF loan. Some financials institutions unchanged at 2.85% from the previous operations. Next news is about CAIT. After Amazon, industry body Confederation of India Traders has trained its guns on Flipkart owned Shopsy. CAIT National Security Praveen Khandelwal has shot off a letter to Financial Minister seeking an investigation into alleged predatory pricing tactics employed by Flipkart owned e-commerce platform Shopsy. Next news is about NHA. The National Health Authority has invited applications from technology providers to implement its ambitious National Digital Health Network. As a part of initiative, the NHA has floated an expression of interest for all related parties seeking to develop innovations solution to build a national digital health ecosystem for country. Next news is about Pata app. Started by Mohit Jain and Rajat Jain in 2019, Indore-based Pata lets users specify their address to a particular 3x3 square on the map along with the voice direction on how to reach there. But in order for that to happen, it will need a widespread of adoption from not just users and businesses but also government organizations. Next news is about Elon Musk and Twitter. After refusing to join the Twitter board, Tesla CEO Elon Musk offered to buy 100% of Twitter for $43 billion. However, Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal does not seem too keen to take up Musk's offer. He reportedly told his employees on Thursday that Twitter is still reviewing Musk's offer to take over the social media company and take it private. Musk's regulatory filing with SEC in the US revealed that he was keen to take over Twitter and has offered to pay $54.20% per share in cash. Next news is about Tata Neo app. A few days after the launch of its super app, the Tata Group said it's planned to list brands from other companies on Tata Neo soon. Speaking at a press conference, Tata Group Executive Chairman N. Chandrasekaran said that the Tata Neo will also have brands from other companies in the near future. He said, "Our aim is to ensure that Neo becomes a super app which simplifies the life of every consumer from product, services and financial needs points of view. And for that, the offering may come from the Tata table or it may come from outside." Next news is about Oil India. Oil India has suffered a cyber attack in Assam with perpetrators asking for $75 lakh, about 57 crore rupees in Bitcoin as a ransom demand. Next news is about Samsung. Samsung could launch a manufacturer certified recycled parts program in the first half of this year. The South Korean tech giant has already launched a self-repair program in the US, which will provide Samsung owners with the genuine device parts. A recent report suggested that the company may provide recycled parts under a new service, which is expected to bring down the repair cost. So that's it for today. If you like the video, please subscribe the channel. See you tomorrow.